Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Bragg from Braggio.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with you, Ben.
How was my week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
How was it?
What happened on Tuesday? Why does that not exist in my brain?
From memory, you didn't do well.
No, I think I still went X1. It was just a very forgettable night, apparently.
For you, perhaps.
Yeah, so went poorly, apparently. Didn't win. I think I took an early loss. So I just ignored the rest of the night. Yeah, so that was my Monday night. Tuesday night. I remember kind of where my week kind of developed to now. So probably the biggest takeaway from my week is that I've started to work in the Nemesis part in my deck. So I'm playing Shaltos. There are situations where that card has come up and it's come up huge. And with the amount of Dragon Link players that float around at our locals from time to time, I'm probably going to keep it in there. If not, maybe focus on it a little bit more. If there was a way for me to consistently generate it, that'd be great. Also, if there was a way for me to be able to just do Fiends every time, that'd be great. I think if I tool my extra deck a little bit more, I think if I tool my extra deck a bit more, I should be able to make the deck run a whole lot better on that engine.
So what you're effectively trying to do is turn your Rescue Ace Diablo Star deck into a fire-themed Sword Soul other dude band.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, instead of the Baron, you have 8 fire traps.
Protoss got me a regional top by itself, so if I can go back to playing that, I'll take it. I'll take just Protoss Call Dark for an entire tournament and win. That was the best. I miss Protoss.
My package is on the way.
Your package is on the way?
Yeah.
Of
Jake's package is
stuff.
on
of
the
Rarity
way.
Collection.
Yeah.
If that arrives before my little night,
Well.
Has your little night even been shipped yet?
yes.
Okay.
Disclaimer to last week's episode, it was shipped immediately after, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Still not good enough. Oh.
That was the major developments from my week in Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't win either locals. I think I went X1 both times. But Shaltos, I'm liking it. Auto win button.
Yeah, it do be a floodgate.
Yeah. I just need a fiend that I can generate it against Jake. It's also coming up that the card just helps me play around Imperm because I can I summon I can summon my big guy. Tobe gets Imperm, then I'm summon a Shaltos, Call Dragon, I win.
I will set 4 traps next turn.
Yeah.
When your main your main deck engine is a Imperm bait.
Yeah.
For
the turn skip. Haha, you've Impermed me. That would normally hurt. Turn skip.
Jesus Christ. What was I going to say? You also opened some Rarity Collection?
I did open some Rarity Collection. It was mid.
on his channel.
Yeah.
Good commentary.
Yeah, I pulled Ice Barrier ulti. If anyone wants it.
No, it wasn't a QCR.
It was just an ulti.
It was an ulti? I thought you pulled the QCR of it.
No, it's just an ulti.
I love it.
If anyone wants it, and you don't live too far away, comment your home address and I'll send it to you. If anyone's ballsy enough to do that, I'll post it.
I do love the moment you pull it in stream. You're just ooh, there's something. Oh. Moving on.
If you're ballsy enough to post your home address, you'll get an ulti Ice Barrier.
Neckminute is flooded with PO box addresses.
No, we won't accept the PO boxes.
No PO boxes, home addresses only.
We will vet on Google Maps, so you can't send it to your business place either.
I will also address it to your
access.
username. So if your username is weeby as fuck, it's getting addressed to that.
Yeah, I've had a few username packages show up at work.
We'll be able to confirm
powerful,
that your address through tools that I have for work. So only correct addresses.
He knows where you live.
I do. And you've been playing some Master Duel.
Yeah, I've been playing some.
Playing a lot of Master Duel.
Well,
which is weird because you already have the mate.
Yeah, but I had to get the level 100, which I got there this morning. So I'm done with that now. Also, I kind of want to make sure that I stay in Diamond because when I get full Rescue Ace, I don't want to drop to Gold.
Oh, yeah, true. And
So
then have to wade through the shit.
Yeah, I want to make sure that when Rescue Ace comes out, I can play properly Rescue Ace online. Although God knows I'm still going to play that by that point.
Who knows? And also, because it's doing so well in the OCG, you know full well like Emergency will come in at 1.
Yeah, it's going to come in hit. But they put in Pearly at full power.
They did, which is really weird, but we'll get onto that in a second. So good. Bragg, how was your week?
Oh, I was just thinking about us playing Master Duel. Yesterday's weather must have been so good that all three of us were here on the couch playing our own Master Duels. When hadn't even mentioned it previous.
No, we all just kind of at some point wandered in. I had the NBA on TV, and we all just wandered in, sat down, played Master Duel. We're done with it.
Which I don't know what's going on with that. Like, is there some subliminal messaging?
Rainy days are for Master Duel.
Yeah.
We're all...
Friday night is for Magic. Rainy days are for Master Duel.
Friday night and then Saturday morning.
Yeah.
If that was a game of Yu-Gi-Oh, though, I would have wanted to die. We played like a 4-hour game of Magic.
3 hours.
Three and a bit.
Very long game.
Yeah. 5 players is too much for any
5 players with starter decks.
Yeah, with pre-cons, except for one of us.
It was really shit.
Yeah. I don't think I would ever want to see Yu-Gi-Oh do that.
The worst part was, like, I didn't even really win. Like, everyone just kind of gave up.
It all just kind of falls. We just all ran out of stuff to do. It was
and I was just like,
sad.
I'm just sitting here gaining life for 3 hours. Like, gain some life.
Yeah, if we left you alone, which I had a lot of part in not leaving you alone, we would have just won off the fucking Bilbo effect.
We've already spoken too much about Magic.
We really have. What else?
Because there's a Good Games logo on the table.
My Pearly games are very much like that of, I'm just going to sit here and wait for my win con to show up. I'm just going to keep looping, and that's been my Master Duel Pearlies, and I finally got the other ones built, Cash. So now my games are faster and easier.
I just heard Seb open his drink, and I thought it was a can of something. I was like, the fuck is he doing over there?
Is he drinking my Centauri?
So that was that would look... Oh, I forgot to pour myself a drink.
Centauri. Otherwise, Crack the Box on our YouTube. Yeah.
Yes.
Go and like it, please. Give it... If you can give it an average of 1 minute, like, watch, I'll real pump up the numbers.
Just put it on in the background while you're taking a shower. That'd be much appreciated.
Or don't. I don't know. Whatever. It's kind of average. But the packs were interesting. Finally getting to see some of the cards IRL. And the ultis were exactly what we imagined.
I don't know. People hate on them. I think in the right cards, they look good.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely going to be cards that I liked it on. Like the Eldritch was good.
You liked it on the Lord? But was that OG Lord or was that Sassy Lord?
OG.
Yeah, on the OG Lord, I think it looks better than Sassy Lord.
Yeah, so
I don't know if that's because it doesn't look good on Sassy Lord or just because it looks better on the other rarities than Sassy Lord.
Yeah, I've only seen one Sassy Lord, so I can't really comment on how good the Sassy Lords
I think
are. And it was a super.
You ordered QCR Sassies, didn't you?
I certainly did. They were $15 each.
Enjoy the ASMR of him pouring that can there.
It's poor.
We're really crossing all kinds of content thresholds today. We've talked about Magic, we're doing ASMR. We just need to get some fucking, I don't know, get ready with me shots of someone getting dressed or something.
There's a million possibilities I'm not going to say out loud. Otherwise...
If you were listening, I told you I was going to come back with a Millennium item code.
They are good. Don't have the little night, so I skipped the one locals I was going to be able to attend. And even then, I don't think anyone else showed up. Might even go upstairs. Yeah. Then Master Duel, switched to Cash. Yeah, pretty quiet week otherwise. Pretty quiet week. And that's good. How about you?
So my week has been, I would say, more or less blessed. I've had a quite good week of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. The big man upstairs.
Greg on level 7.
I versed Ben on Tuesday. I think we were second. Yeah. So I think I versed Traptrix first. Traptrix was easy.
I completely had put that out of my brain that we played.
Yeah, I know, and I'm bringing it up.
No, I don't remember that locals existing, and now more things are coming back in my brain from that locals.
You're like, oh god.
I'm just like, oh, that's how that locals went.
So I versed Ben in round 2.
Feels like it was 3 weeks ago.
I won the die roll against you, which I haven't done in ages. So I actually got to set up our board
Yeah, I also didn't open hand traps.
Yeah, you didn't do those. I was thinking for sure you had a nib because there was like no interaction before I got to like the summit of the second level 6, and then you're like thinking, no, it's fine. I was like, yes. So I got to play. I won that game. SP Little Knight in fucking Unchained is so good.
Yeah, I forgot that was a card.
You did forget that was a card. Yeah.
For some reason, I just assumed that you kept staying feed locked.
No.
Hence why I was like, this is an issue for me.
No.
Like, what's he going to do? Summon another fiend? No.
Maybe I should start playing the quick play spell card. Stops cards on field being used as materials.
Oh, Spellbound.
Yeah, maybe I should start playing Spellbound just to be like.
Yeah.
I
think the one printing was, hasn't it? Or no, he got the tin as well.
Yeah, he got a tin as well.
Yeah.
Besides the secrets, so like maybe $2.
They're just better cards I could be playing.
Probably. Oh yeah, like Imperm also sorts that problem out infinitely.
I see what you did there.
Good draw.
Wasn't on purpose, but yeah. And then yeah, game 2, you went first, went off, and then I had the Nibiru, and I also had evenly after the Nibiru. So the plan was just to crash into the token and then get rid of all the back row.
Okay.
You said you could have kept playing, but you were like just annoyed and stopped.
Well, yeah, I could have. I could have
recording, mate.
You can SP away the turbulence, and then the token becomes real small.
I don't think you went to the SP.
Yep,
right?
I didn't have the SP on board. You hit me at end of main phase when I'd set up literally everything.
Okay.
I could have SP'd away the turbulence. The token becomes really small. Summon the turb back in defense position.
But anyway, yeah, for whatever reason, you just gave up.
I was pretty done. Yeah.
Fair enough. And then won my other 2 games, which were both Dragon Link. And then, yeah, so I won that locals. And then today, I forgot that I'd brought my bag into my house and forgot to put it back in my car. So I rocked up to locals with no deck. Yeah. Thankfully, Kurt from our locals, who you've seen in this chair before, was kind enough to lend me his Tier Element, Horus. And then I won today as well.
Hey! Okay, so how was that?
I don't particularly like his list. I did tell him this. I do apologise. It just needs a little bit of a tweak, and I think it'd be all right.
He does that, and then it works for him, and then no one else.
I want to kind of build just a fucking 60 card pile of that shit.
Yeah.
Just
the opportunity's coming up in the upcoming ban list tournament because no one's hit the Horus cards yet, and grass is there.
Let's do it in real life.
Yeah.
Both are.
So you can play the other shit. You can play what are the cards called? You know the cards. You can play Punk.
Yes.
Get you a free 8. You can go.
Good one, Ben. The other thing.
Vampire.
Oh yeah. Oh, the vampire. Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, you do the vampire and the other thing that's banned.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that does get unbanned because I had a copy, bought a copy, then forgot I bought the copy and bought a third copy, and then it got banned.
Is Beatrice a hard once a turn?
Yes.
Card of safe return.
Is it? I don't know if it is.
Because I thought she was just before they started putting the hard once a turn on everything.
Maybe.
I did get Kurt the other day when I was like, "Oh, you should play Card of Safe Return in your Horus deck." He was like, "Yes."
And I draw 3 cards per summon from Green.
And then Master Duel, the Duelist Cup finished, I think, Monday. Obviously, I didn't top because we did so many things that weekend that I just didn't have time to actually sink anything into it. But I did get about 12,000 points, which put me at a rank where I could actually see my rank.
Oh, cool. What was the rank?
I think it was 12,000. No, 112,000.
Ah.
Because you can only see it from...
So you take 12,000.
200,000 and above can see where they are.
I wonder what percentage of players that is. How many people play this game?
I think we're at 5 million installs.
Yeah, installs.
Maybe 50 million installs.
Yeah, I don't care about installs. I want to know the active players. Sure, it should be at 1 million, right?
Yeah.
There's heaps of us lurking in every corner of the globe.
Some of us playing disgusting fucking Makunko decks. He's playing right now. Wait, what are you playing?
Dynamis Solo mode.
Oh, okay.
With all the people playing Kaiju Makunko, is it worth playing an FTK?
Yeah.
Go back to what you know, Ben.
I got Nurse Burn FTK this morning.
Yeah, that's not fun. The amount of times where I've just been fucked over by like a random trap or something like that, I have thought to myself I should just put Red Reboot back in.
Playing myself FTK decks in ranked.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because you build up points on the Battle Pass. Yeah. If you're losing without scooping, you rack up points on the Battle Pass.
Yeah.
And also, they might disconnect before then, and you can advance a rank. So you may as well. Like I think I've thrown against a bot before. I'm like, I don't have the time for this. Out. You get the victory. Guess what?
There's some Pearly matches where I'll just stop. Like I could very much like try and break the ball, but I just go. I can't be bothered watching you do all this bullshit.
Thank you.
And then have to try and push through.
Because it's so easy.
Sometimes I imperm the Pearlily and they scoop. So
you can't just wait for them to misclick. Just so many times.
Muscle was in a weird place. And it's only going to get weirder due to the upcoming news, which we'll discuss now. So they've brought in a ban list. As before, they unbanned the Little Bird Fiend thing.
Genex Ally Birdman.
Yatagarasu. And they also unbanned Ptolemaeus. So that their upcoming, the now released Talonite support would actually do stuff. But they've added to that. They've banned a Pointer of the Lotus due to the fact that everyone was using it as like the card to set off thrust going first.
Okay, makes sense.
Look
at your opponent's hand.
Limited, and it's not surprising, but it's still kind of bad. Pot of Extrav.
Yeah, I guess too much card advantage getting around.
Yeah, people need to do less. And then no longer limited, we have Fractal and Ben 10.
The fact they keep bringing up Ben 10 for more points, I'm just like, why are we not just leaving this card at 1?
Yeah,
it doesn't deserve to be at 1.
It really doesn't need to be at any more than 1. Like, it gets looped so much.
Yeah. Now they don't have to. Now you can just go Ben 10, search Ben 10.
Yeah, it's instead of letting it go wild, just like off some dumb new stuff later, just leave it at 1. It deserves to be 1. We all know Ben 10, and we move.
Yeah.
And let the people that have their royal rares just let them have their just 1.
Well, they get more points back for crafting the royal rares, so...
Do you?
Yeah, but you don't...
Yeah.
But
more than
recraft...
30.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they log on in time.
Well, not 30. You don't get 30 for decrafting. You get 10 for a normal, 15 for a
You
glossy.
get 30 on a ban list.
Do you?
Yes. In a period of time.
Yeah.
Okay. But then we have some new packs. We've got Fires of Scorching Bonds, which has the new Liberamancer stuff. I say new, it's super old for us.
Doesn't even have the new Rescue Ace.
No, it doesn't.
It's got fires in its name and everything.
Wait, Ben 10 back and the Liberamancer stuff, that's why the Ben 10's back. Paul going nuts.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've also got Treasures of the Cosmic Ocean, which brings in some random water support, including Ice Jade, Goaty, and some other stuff. And we got a new solo mode as well. This one being Boojin.
That's why they were promoting Boojins on the stream today.
Oh, yeah, we want it.
Which means we'll probably get a hat format thing soon.
I just want to say, who the fuck were those YouTubers that they had on stream playing with Team APS?
They've been...
I don't know if they're choosing just random people, but...
Well, one of them, they were both American. One of them was featured on a Fafa Master Duel thing a little while ago. He had like a Friday night thing that he was doing, and it was like him, Team 6M, and another 2 YouTubers of some sort, or streamers. It's just them trying to bring people in, but I feel like they probably, like, as much as they'd like to chase like the Valkyries and the Saikunos again, like they did for the Invitational a little while back, I just don't think they can afford them.
Like, I am assuming that these are just popular streamers who are like, oh yeah, I watched the anime when I was little, fuck it, I'll play some Master Duel.
And get paid for it.
Yeah, they probably then get paid for it. But like, when like the guy's like, yeah, I'm the master of fucking Egyptian god decks, I was like,
who are you?
Can you just fuck off?
Like, sure, that's a gimmick you can rock, but you need to grind that out. Like, if we don't know you as that, like, come on now.
So I'm the master of Egyptian god decks. Nah, I'm gonna play Boojins. Okay, buddy.
Well, it was because the format that they picked for them was whatever it was, 2014.
The other guy was like, yeah, I don't play meta cards.
Christ.
And this segment was right after the cringe Pearly guy as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're
yeah,
watching...
the dude who like half stripped himself just to show his
Oh,
team
yeah,
logo. Just take your hoodie off, you fucking moron.
Because
Jake got really upset by that. It's cold. It's getting to winter.
I was more offended by the meow, but not.
Oh,
I
yeah, he
wasn't there
did.
for that.
He
Oh
did
my
meow.
God.
Yeah.
Look, you can meow and stuff, but there's ways to play it. Like, and also this is kind of on the interviewer as well. Like those setups are just so iffy.
Like-
We talked about the coverage last week, and you can see they're trying stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. They did diversify what they did sort of mid-games, like between games, I should say.
It was-
But they need to try harder. And also, they haven't addressed the fact that their commentators are really boring to listen to.
I like
Billy's
Billy Break.
fine. Billy's fine. He
I
knows
don't-
what he's talking about.
Billy Break and Team APS, not Team APS, the other guy, and MSTTV on the same streams, actually not a bad commentary team. The other guys are fucking hopeless.
Yeah, because MST can go to the play. Like, yeah, you need to work out your commentary roles and stuff.
Like,
It's just
the two of
it's
them
a
together,
science.
great. I will take the two of them commentating, not over the Europeans, but over any other combination of American
Yeah,
commentary
honestly,
team.
like, the thing about it being in America is, like, I'm sure they would love to get one of the European guys over, like one of the Germans. But because it's American, they'd just be like, who's this best?
What else was it? I forgot.
They could get Farfar on. He's effectively
Fly
a Konami
now.
employee. Yeah, literally.
I'm now being replaced by a Swablu.
Oh, that's why he's there. I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Substitute.
but Jerome being on when Jerome's on stream, fuck, he is boring.
That's so boring.
Jerome with the guy that does the player interviews is the worst.
It's not great.
It's as interesting as watching paint dry.
Yeah, and like conversely, the London Open was on at the same time. Like, I get that it's not a big event. Like, it is a big event, but it's not the big event for them, so they're not going to bring out like their A-grade people.
They were
But, like, that
literally
was-
just recycling assets, and they're like,
It was poor.
"Do we splice in the audio?" Nah.
No, we can't afford the audio. Just have the really jarring graphics playing with no audio.
Yeah,
It was not great.
it was pretty painful.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Bujin.
Bujins.
So yeah, there's a Bujin solo mode that's just been released. You get sleeves, you get an icon. Oh, there's two different icons. You can get the good guy and the evil guy.
I didn't even know
and
that
he gets
was
them-
part of the law.
Yeah, see, there's a lot to learn about Bujin lore. And by learn, I mean it's very much a rehashed story that they've probably told 1,000 times.
So there's a bad type and there's a good type.
Yeah, it's very much glossed over in like the context of who's what in that. But yeah, there are bad Bujins.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You see, in Yu-Gi-Oh, normally the bad guys are the black-colored cards.
No, see, that's not always true.
I said 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, see, like, if you look back on anime protagonists, a lot of them are the opposite type if they're not, like, that type at all. Like, Yugi had Dark Magician, who was a dark type, and then Kaiba, although not technically a bad guy, more so an anti-hero, had Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes.
And then Playmaker, Decode Talker, he was a
Yes.
dark type.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Zork was just a giant black card.
Zark.
Zork is the guy from season 1.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
I'm
so
just
we've
saying, cards are typically racist.
So we've got some more assets as well that are available for purchase. We've got Leela Treat, which is cringe. We've got the new Link 3 that is currently exclusive to Master Duel, the Promethean Princess. They've re-released the Ghost Trick Lantern Mate to buy from last Halloween.
Yay! Don't care.
He's cool. He's a good little guy.
I'd rather do the next card as a mate.
Yeah, well, they didn't really do anything Halloween-y this year. Like, as last year, they had at least, like, the Ghost Trick solo mode and all that kind of shit that you could at least tie it into, whereas now they're just like, hey, not enough of you bought it, do it again.
Here it is.
What
What if I play Ghost Tricks at locals?
Oh, don't do that. Speaking from experience, don't do that.
We need to do like a tier 5 locals.
We do, but we've got the ban list 20 coming up. Speaking of which, has there been any substantial bans since the last time? We haven't done an update.
I can't remember where we're up to.
Well,
I'll update next week.
No, that's all right. I know where we're up to. I will jump in.
Jake knows where we're up to.
So the main two to consider, a bunch of the Draco Slayers got unbanned following our discussions last week. I think Seb was responsible for that.
No, I thought it was Jordan.
Yeah, we worked that out. But the next two, and I think the only two that have been banned since then, are Last Turn and Magical Scientist.
Science be damned.
But going back to Master Duel, quick plug. So if you weren't aware, in December we're going to be doing a ban list tourney where you can pay to charity in order to update the ban list for us to play two different locals in Wollongong.
Yes.
So the charity is Beyond Blue, a really great cause. So please donate. A bunch of the stuff that has been changed already can be found in our Discord as well as Ben's.
It's all in the Discord.
Yep. So jump into there. The link to donate's in there as well. So it's $10 to move a card any more than one space and $5 to move it one. So cards that have been moved can't be moved back. So it's all going to be very fun.
Except for when Jake tried to ban a card that was already banned, so then I allowed it to be moved.
Yeah, look, it's not ideal, but
you have a free card movement on that.
I do. Yeah, I've just got one in the bank, ready to go for anyone who tries to fuck with the decks I want to play. But yeah, if you are in the area as well, or if you're planning to be in the area around December, what are the dates again?
17th and 19th.
Yep. Those are the days we're actually going to be playing in. So the actual close-off for the bans is the 30th of November, with the tournament to happen a couple of weeks after, from the sounds of things.
Yes.
So yeah, if you happen to be in the area or you want to come down, we'd really love to see you there. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
2 bit weeks of deck building and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm like, ooh, do I want to play some kind of horror shenanigans? Card of Safe Return with horrors. Absurd.
It does seem kind of free.
Just be like, boop, 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 boop. Draw 4. Cool.
Kind of free.
Into Graceful, into Pot of Greed.
Bonkers stuff going on. But yeah, moving back to Master Duel, we've got a couple of icons. Again, we've got Promethean Princess. They're really pushing this thing. And Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts. That's kind of a cool one.
I want that card as a mate.
That would be cool. Maybe next Halloween.
It's like tentacles go woo.
I want it to make that noise as well.
Quick it is woo.
We've also got a sort of spooky icons around.
Is this stuff just existing now, or is it already expired in the shop?
No, it's still there.
Okay.
It's still there until November 27th. This one's a premium one as well, because I think it has things that move around on it.
I'd much rather just not.
It's fine. It's there for people that want it. And then we do get one last pack, the selection pack, Record of Noble Spirits. So that's where the Noble Princess is in, as well as the Satella Knights and a couple other random support cards that are just sort of chucking in there for funsies, really. That new B-Trooper fusion is in there as well, the level 5 one. It's honestly just a clusterfuck of stuff, hey? They've just chucked in anything that they felt didn't deserve a proper release. They've just gone, get in the pack.
Yeah. I appreciate when they do these sets, but normally they do these sets to delay the release of, the next bit of cards that they should have released already.
I mean, yeah, that'll be coming up at the end of this month, I'm sure.
For example, Kashtira. They released the first wave of Kashtira, and then they're like, and here's your new pack. Oh, there's no Kashtira in here.
No.
This has just got a couple of little extra things.
It's so weird, the packs that they decide. Have all of this immediately, go bonkers, have fun. And the other ones are just like, no, I'd like you to wait.
The funniest thing that I've found about the release of packs is, stuff like the branded lore.
Mm-hmm.
Where they'll do, here's some branded cards. And despite the fact that branded cards release, periodically throughout the last 3 years in Master Duel, here's some branded cards. A year later, they're like, here's a couple more. Then a year later again, they're like, and some more.
I think it was 2 weeks ago they did another, secret pack. That was, just Despia cards and Dark Lords.
That's when Nursburn became fucking something I had to put up with today. Nursburn. On you.
One other thing in Master Duel before we move on to...
Also, so when I was playing it today, my opponent flipped a trap card that does the same thing as Nurseburn does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stack, it misses timing.
Yeah, if you activate it at the wrong time, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
No, it's got fucking spooky ghosts on it, though. It's pretty scary.
I can't remember what it's called now. It's going to kill me.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
yeah,
no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't stack.
Yeah.
So, like, because the first bit of damage doesn't cause you to increase, the second one doesn't trigger.
Yeah. But yeah, one last bit of news in Master Duel, and it's a bit of a weird one. They updated the text on Gandora X to be more in line with the TCG's version, where it does it on its original attack as opposed to the attack it had. Is there a problem that you can see with that, Ben?
Despite the fact that it's an OCG heavily dominated thing.
No.
No?
It's the fact that it's banned.
And?
Like, you cannot even craft it.
And?
Why update the text of a card that's banned?
He's not banned it.
But they haven't.
But they can.
But they haven't.
Might.
But they won't.
It's perfectly legal here. In the TCG.
Yeah, because it's fucking trash.
Yeah, because you had to, like, full-blown adapt the way... I eventually got that FTK working, and I was like, fuck, this is not worth it. This is not worth it.
See? Not worth it. I mean, if you can get a bot to do it for you in Master Duel, maybe.
Nah, it's way too... It becomes way too complicated in FTK when you have Gandora have its TCG text instead of its OCG text.
No, I reckon some weirdo will fucking do it.
It's real fucked.
Not this weirdo, though. Moving on to some news. So yeah, as we alluded to before, the London Open just finished, and that was won by D-Link.
Yes.
It was also not a particularly great stream, but again, they were streaming for a lower tier event, as far as I can work out. Which is really weird, because our YCSs can't get a stream, but their fucking...
Their Mega Regionals get a stream.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Their 9-round Mega Regional. With the same player base, probably.
Yep, streamed from an abandoned fucking museum or some shit.
Like,
Brewery, that's the one.
Yeah. We should host an Australia Open. The Cowboy4Game Australian Open. I'm sure with a little bit of help, we could easily have the same amount of prize support as they did at the UK Open.
Could probably have a similar quality stream as well.
Yep. Yes, we can.
Can we try and make a graphic for like the rounds changing that's just as jarring with no audio?
Yes.
We'll just have...
Bruh, you've just reminded me. When I woke up this morning and put it on, there was a time when like that change of like round graphic went for like 30 seconds because it very clearly stuffed up on the render, and then they realized they clicked the wrong thing, and then we're like, and then we'll click the right one.
We'll do it again.
I was like, it's at that exact moment I was like, I'm out. I'm not coming back to this stream. Click away.
Watch any more of this. But yeah, that's on at the moment. Well, actually, no, that one's finished. I can't remember where the American one is. But there's an American YCS.
It's in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
West Virginia!
So that'll start up again in a few hours.
Mount Mama!
The stream was dominated by Rescue Ace.
Take me home.
There was a lot of it.
Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace. Take me home. Continue. West Virginia!
Oh yeah, continue. Let me just shout over you anyway. Yeah, dominated by Rescue Ace. Like, they just wanted to feature it at any opportunity. So one of two things is happening.
They're going to ban it.
They just want it to, like, show up as much as they can.
Airlift is calling a 1.
Probably. And then the other thing is, too, it could have just been so heavily represented that they had no other choice. Just everyone running Rescue Ace, which is insane to think about, because unless they bought it early like you did from looking at like future OCG stuff and be like, oh yeah, this would be good, it means that they spent so much money on that deck.
I didn't look at future OCG metas. I went, firemen. Yay.
Firemen go brrr.
Fire.
I mean, that's how I end up with most of my decks, to be honest, because I rarely look at what's going on in the OCG. I'm just like, that's a cool archetype. I like that.
I still think you put more thought into it than me going, fire.
I mean...
Fire use water.
Yeah, it should be a water archetype. That's still triggering.
No.
There'd be so much... I mean, they're releasing a whole bunch of fire shit to help it now.
Year of the Fire.
It is Year of the Fire.
Fire hot.
Did you end up watching the Fire King versus Rescue Ace match?
The OCG one?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did it go?
Fire Kings won, and I was like,
I mean, I feel like their spell that does quick exes and just blows up the board would be...
No, that wasn't it.
No?
They seemingly just, like, forced the Rescue Ace board away. They called by the grave a hydrant.
Oh.
That, like, just ended the game. I was like, oh, that's brutal. Like, literally the called by the grave is what won the match. And it's best of one. So it's like,
is too.
Called by the grave hydrant game.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, okay, fuck.
Yeah, best of one YCS is not great.
Yeah.
Because, like, Rescue Ace player had the full set back row. And then was just like, yeah, so he had full back row, but didn't have anything on board, and he went, no, it was on Preventer. Because it was emergency summon Preventer, pop Preventer to summon the banished, hydrant. And he's like, called by the grave on Preventer. Game over.
Fuck.
Gone.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
rough.
yep, you scoop. You scoop on that.
Damn. Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on to the physical card game.
Physical?
Yeah, well, not that we haven't been talking about it anyway. No new cards, because no new cards are being released currently. We'll probably get some new stuff from, I don't know.
Something that's not a fire set, because the Year of Fire is over.
Is it? I don't know if it is.
It's over for the OCG, probably, maybe.
No, because Diablo Star's still getting support. They got that new snack a couple of weeks ago.
There's Dark Diablo Stars.
Yeah,
like
and
Diablo
a lot of
Star,
their,
which is dark.
Yeah, and a lot of their support does mention Diablo Star monsters, so eventually there will be some other monster that relates to the archetype.
I learned today it's a dark.
Was it relevant?
Yeah, because it got hit with a bestial.
Oh.
I was like, this stops me from getting a draw. That's annoying.
But yeah, we do have a small announcement. A little while ago, obviously all the Infernoid support got announced.
New Inferno card?
Well, not a new Inferno card per se.
It's a new Klee card.
No, not those, even though that was the one that was referenced in the tweet. Still waiting on that, by the way. What this is you might remember in the original press release that they were releasing alternate arts for these archetypes as well. So we have our first alternate art from the dual terminal world support.
Is it Feast? Is it Imagination?
It is Imagination.
What's
It's got what looks like the new fusion, I think, breaking through
That's
some
shit.
glass. Yeah, it's not great. I don't think it's any better than...
That's terrible.
In fairness, the normal one is a fucking mess. Like, that is...
I like that.
I hate that.
One picture brings me joy.
I don't know what this is.
The other does not bring me joy.
I mean, I don't know if it brings you joy. I just think it brings you more joy than this thing.
Yes.
Neither are great, but
If I asked you to draw Imagination, you'd draw that.
I would.
I'm not wrong.
How? You realise we're not arguing, right?
Yeah, I know.
We are agreeing, but you're being aggressive about it, and I don't know why.
I'm just saying, if I was to tell you to draw your or just draw Imagination, the concept of Imagination, you'd draw that picture.
No, to be honest, if I were to draw Imagination, I'd draw what looks like SpongeBob in a rainbow. That's what I'd end up drawing.
Maybe.
But
your second option would be that.
But this isn't Pictionary, this is Yu-Gi-Oh!
You draw a couple circles, a line in the middle.
So,
Imagination.
We get alt arts of the Ice Barriers and the Gen X as well. So what are our thoughts on what their alt arts will be? Like, my money's on Trish to get an alt art. I don't want it to, but I feel like they will.
Gen X controller will be a Mermail card.
Well, it already is a Mermail card.
It's just, no, but the art's just going to be a Mermail.
Oh, it's just going to turn into a Mermail. I just have this image now of Gen X, what was it? Gen X controller?
Gen X controller is just Megaloo.
No, I had this picture of it being like the pose from The Little Mermaid where she's up on the rocks just being like...
Sure.
Where they walk.
I'm impressed that you knew a song from The Little Mermaid.
Who doesn't?
Me.
Really?
I would not know a single fucking thing in that movie.
Wow.
I don't even know what the middle of that movie is.
She gets legs.
Yeah, but like, does that then immediately go into the third act, or is there like a middle part?
I mean, yeah, she does the courtship thing. They try and get together, and Ursula keeps mucking up with it.
Ah, okay, cool. All I know is she can't talk, so it's like she goes to dry land, gets legs, goes to the thing. They sing the song about how he can get rapey when they're in the creek. That's how the song goes, and then they get married at the end. Happily ever after.
No, well, they don't get married.
They don't get married.
This is when the Ursula thing comes in. For the sake of me not having to explain this off stream, off camera, I'm going to explain this now. Ursula takes Ariel's voice and uses it to hypnotize Prince Eric. She comes onto land in human form.
Ah, so he fucks Ursula.
Yeah. So she...
okay.
I don't know what the female equivalent of cockblock is.
Comment that down below. We move. No more talking about mermaid law.
So a little while back, you might remember we spoke about the English release for Japan for cards, and part of that was structure decks, mainly Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. So we've got the full list.
Fucking shit.
It's not great.
I thought there might at least be like 1 or 2 new cards of support in here.
No,
instead they're
it's
like
very much rehashed.
Here's literally the worst shit we can give you.
But
there's a bonus pack where you get the chance of getting the better things.
Yeah, but in fairness, in the Dark Magician one at least, from the bits that I have seen of it, they've given them some decent cards. Like they at least gave them souls.
They didn't even put Eternal. Fucking. No, they didn't even put Alternative in the Blue Eyes one.
Oh, did they not?
It's in the support pack. It's not in the deck.
Oh my god, that's so piss poor. It doesn't do anything without alternative. Oh, that's piss poor. That's so bad. But yeah, like, it's good in parts, but yeah, not great. It's not ideal when you have to buy bonus packs to make a workable deck, but welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! That's kind of how it works.
I think you get a bonus pack inside the starter deck.
Can you then buy bonus packs?
I think the bonus pack includes like 5 of the 20. But you also get them in foil, which is where the value comes in OCG starter decks, where you can buy like multiple starter decks to try and get the foils of the ones that you actually want foil. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Instead of just giving everyone the cards, they're like, what if we gotcha-fy a structure deck? I mean, the best... That's probably the worst part about the OCG, is like their structure decks can be pretty fucked.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
Like, Rush Duel structure decks have like the legendary card in the box. Can be like from a pool. You don't just get the same legendary in each box, which makes sense because it's a 1 per thing.
Yeah, I get that.
But if you're going after like, I think for me I needed Mirage Dragon from one of them. Like luckily I got Mirage Dragon on the first one, but I bought 3 structure decks and I was like, fucking hopefully Mirage Dragon's in one of them.
But moving on, we move into our Discord. If you want to, link for our Discord will be below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions.
We have to thank the person who put in Reddit that we
were
Zinthonian.
A good pod.
That guy.
Yeah. Thanks to Zinthonian for giving us a shout out. Hopefully we get a few more people in. But yeah, much appreciated if you could spread the word. Just mention it to your friends. Love some new listeners and some new questions. Our first question this week comes to us from Arch. It is a long question, so get comfortable.
It's okay. Is this the first question ever?
No, I think he commented last week. He's a relatively new person to our question section, but yeah, love to see it.
I'll take a long question.
I got into this game at a way older age than most because of my son. I am 39, he is 14. Mm-hmm. We got into Yu-Gi-Oh! When he was 8.
You better have gotten good Dragon Duel prizing. Exploit those children.
Well, I'll mention that in a second. When we got into the game, we went to events that only had 2 kids for Dragon Duels, so my son is the anomaly, starting so young and hanging in until he was a teenager. My question is, what can Konami do to bring in more kids, or do they even really want to bring in children? Is this game too hard for kids? Is it too expensive if you don't have dad that understands the economics and is willing to buy you the best meta? Not going to brag, but my son is gifted and talented, probably an American thing, and has always been top of his class and picked up the concept pretty easy, but most kids that come to locals can't understand the first line of text on a card and go X4 and never show up again.
Yeah, that is a thing that happens in Dragon Duel.
Yeah.
Dragon Duel is a lot of just... The one kid is like, I understand how this game works, and every other kid at the table is like,
I like dragons!
what if I hit 2 rocks together to try and make fire? It is Year of Fire.
Was that you in Dragon Duels? I make fire!
No, it was, I set Giant Soldier of Stone.
Oh yeah, you have talked about this before.
Activate wave motion cannon. You have 8 turns, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, back to the question of how they can bring in like a younger audience. I feel like that was where speed duels could have come into it a lot, because it was
where
a lower...
having an anime comes into it.
That as well.
Having
like,
an anime that accurately represents what the card game is.
Yeah, well, that's realistically what brought us all in. But at the same time, like, hey, they weren't playing by any rule. What?
So, your son is 14. There hasn't been an anime on TV for him to watch.
No, there hasn't.
Because we've had 6 years of Sevens.
God, has it been that long?
I think we might have had Vrains for maybe a year or 2 of that. I think Vrains ended in 2018, maybe 2019.
Yeah,
It's been Sevens ever since.
Yeah, that's fucking trash, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, circling back to that. So when we started, they weren't playing by any rules that we recognised, or at least not by the rules that they were supposed to be playing by.
The game was also super fucking brain dead.
Yeah, like, it was simplified enough that, like, you playing by the rules was neither here nor there. But, like, if you compare that to current thing, like, there's no anime for them to watch, but even if you go back to Vrains, it was at least comparable to what we did. But at the same time, like, that doesn't give you real-world experience for what the game actually is when you go there, because when we watched it, the cards on the screen were the only cards that we had.
Yeah.
Whereas you could turn up with your Code Talker deck that you were inspired to play when you saw Playmaker, or let's say Salamander Egg, because that's the go-to for most people in that era.
Yeah.
And then you end up versing fucking Sword Soul, or fucking Unchained, or some other shit that you have no concept with. But yeah, the threshold of knowledge is super high for Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think Rush Duels should exist as a TCG form.
So, something needs to exist there. Like, Speed Duels isn't cutting it, clearly. It's not performing.
No one gives the slightest fuck.
No, it's literally just, there's a good reprint in that particular set, I'll buy the singles. That's the limit of what we in the TCG care about fucking Speed Duels.
We do need a TCG release of Rush Duel. And that can be... Well, that is a much more simplified game that is designed for kids.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the modern full-blown Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not designed for kids.
No, it says 6+ on the box. It isn't.
Even, like, the way those cards are structured in Japanese is like, this is your cost. It clearly states, this is cost. This is your effect.
Yeah.
There's no having to interpret grammar, something which 8-year-olds can't do.
If and when.
Like, what's a semicolon? Well, you see, this is a semicolon. I literally learnt... Wait, did I learn semicolons from Yu-Gi-Oh? Maybe. I don't think PTSD was a... PTSD? PSCT. I don't think PSCT had gotten to the point where semicolons were a thing. But I do remember, like, distinctly when I became an adult and was like, oh yeah, this is this thing that I fucking learnt. The thing that I have literally never used is now a part of my life.
That's the thing. In, like, structuring a sentence, I don't know where a semicolon
I don't know
what it does.
I never know where to put it, but I'm like, it informs cost.
When I've seen people put it into their things, I'm like, what does it mean?
Well, if you're using the sentence, pay $5 and I'll give you this, it's pay $5, semicolon.
Oh yeah, pay $5 as a cost.
And I'll give you this. Yes. It indicates cost.
Oh, God. But yeah, that's the biggest threshold I think it is for, like, the younger generation is, like, you mentioned it a lot, is cost.
Hopefully things like the Rarity Collection that's just come out will help.
True,
that
like
a
lot.
whole
bunch of staples have come out, and there will be stuff you can pick up for cheap.
But now that it's out, I've noticed the surprising, like, things that probably should have been in there that weren't. Where, like, I was talking to Harry today and I was like, oh, you don't have Drolls yet? And he's like, it wasn't in Rarity Collection. I was like, oh shit, it wasn't?
Well, it wasn't all that long ago it got reprinted, right? It was in one of the
Yeah, it was like a
side
rare
sets.
in something. But
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of cards in that set that only just got reprinted like a month or two ago.
True.
Because there's a few things that I pulled was like, oh, that's great, but we just got this. Like the
Yeah.
Megatins just reprinted everything,
Yeah.
and it's like, here's another Ash reprint.
I
I appreciate the quarter century Ash. I don't want it, but I appreciate that it exists for people.
I mean, now that it's getting lower, I would almost consider it. Because, like, within the 24 hours that the boxes were opened, it dropped from 500 to 300.
OG Secret looks so much better.
It does.
There-
But people will want it for the flex
There's
of
a-
having QCRs.
There's a chart of my desire to purchase quarter century rares, and it's like if the card came out in the last 3 years, quarter century better. If the card came out more than 3 years ago, pretty much since they changed to having the foil in the
Yep.
stars and the attribute, if it came out post then, don't give a fuck. I'll get the quarter century rare. If it came out before then, the old one is better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm considering just not getting new Veilers because I'm like, I have old supers and they kind of look cool. It's just the fact that my old supers don't match.
Oh.
So I've got like US, Euro. If I had 3 matching old Veilers, I'd be like, no, don't want the new ones. I'll just
Yeah.
play my Auto Chaos supers.
That's not ideal. But yeah, like some cards in there I can appreciate. But back to the question. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Cost.
rarity collection, with the rarity collection, hopefully it's addressed some issues with the cost of the game and in its current state.
Remember,
But then,
when you're playing Dragon Duels, cost is always resolved by your parents. If they have to send for cost, they send for cost.
and then yeah, threshold of knowledge is also a big one. Like if your reading level is better than everybody else's, chances are you're going to win.
Do you reckon we're at the stage of Yu-Gi-Oh now where people who played the game originally have had kids but stayed in love with the game for that entire duration of their childhood and have coached them to being good enough? They're just like, the moment that kid came out of the womb, they're like, okay, kid, in 8 years, I need you to win Dragon Balls, please. I need that trip to Worlds.
It's a pop-up book that clarifies what the damage step is.
Now, these are the cards you can and can't activate in Damage Step.
Oh Christ.
I'm gonna write that book.
But yeah, just quickly on Arch's son. He recently came 11th in a tournament.
Damn.
So yeah, he got 11th out of 100 participants over at the Lubbock in Texas regional.
Regional, not even Dragon Duels.
Yeah, not Dragon Duels, an actual regionals.
Guy did better than Jake.
It's not hard. It's a very low bar I've set for people.
You used to be better, Jake.
I did used to be better.
You used to be a lot better.
I just don't try anymore.
Same.
Like, I used to get onto fucking Dueling Book, the fucking Twitter of Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, grind out decks and practice and shit. But now I just don't care nearly as much. Like, I still want to do well. It's just I refuse to put that much effort into it anymore.
I've just realized that there's a massive correlation between how much effort I put into Yu-Gi-Oh! And how fat I am.
Wait, skinny more effort or skinny less effort?
When I was Fat Ben, I put a lot of effort into Yu-Gi-Oh!
So skinny less effort.
Yeah.
So when you're like, I don't need Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm hot and skinny.
Fat Ben would come home from work of a daytime and be like, time to sit in my spare room and theory craft and spend 3 hours testing online. And
So, hot tip, if you've been missing a lot of NolanTCG's content over the last little while,
because I lost
send him
weight.
cake.
Yeah.
Send him cake and donuts and biscuits and lollies, and he'll be uploading those OCG recaps quick as can be.
Fuck, that's been a while.
It has been a while, and I keep bringing it up.
I was actually, literally this week I sat down and was like, should I start producing that content again?
Yes.
Like, I have my Saturdays pretty much free now, so it's like, do I? Like, because it only takes like a couple of hours. Or at the very least, I might do like deck intros again. Yeah. Where I like, I don't know.
Look at the stuff coming out in the OCG. It's really simple, and I'd love to help you with it. In the meantime, though, more questions.
We'll make it work.
Yeah. So it wasn't in the questions tab, but Wampa asks, is he allowed to activate Reinforce in the damage step? What's the answer?
Yes.
Yeah, because it modulates attack.
You know the amount of games that's won me? A lot.
So many.
Like, opponent just... Bro, I wanna game it like an Orange Regional because of that. My opponent, like, when Battle Phase swing into Preventer... Yeah, he swung in... I think he swung into Preventer with a Kashtira, and then went, like... he swung into Turb with Preventer. Oh, with Kashtira. And then went, like, effect to Banish, and I'm just like, Reinforce, Protect, it now has more attack, you're dead. Because he only had, like, 800 life left.
Oh,
and he went, like, swing...
You love to say
effect to Banish, I'm like, Reinforce, Protect, you are dead. Game over. Thank you. Next.
You love to see it. Against Cash of all people, too.
No, it wasn't Cash, it was just playing the 3 Fenrir. I think it was
Dragon.
It was Dragon Link. He was just playing through Fenrir.
Yep, that makes sense. I beat Altergeist today too. Made me feel so good.
He was playing Altergeist today, Chad?
Chat.
Ah, Chatical.
I mean, he ended up winning because he pulled 2 ultis from his 2 OTS pack.
He did win, yes.
Yeah.
He did win locals.
Next question, and I think this is a first-time question asker too.
Ooh.
Frozen Aceline? I will Google how to pronounce that at some point. But at the moment, I'm going to say Aceline.
Histolin. Yeah.
Aceline.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Welcome to our Discord. What do you do with decks and cards you don't play anymore, like the Dogmatica deck that I was playing? Do you sell them, store them, swap them, or split them? My answer for that is I keep pretty much every deck I've ever played.
Yeah, I have them in binders.
Yeah, I've got a cause binder, and then anything that doesn't deserve to be in the cause binder, like my really trash shit, which is a lot, ends up in the bulk somewhere, and I just fish it out if I ever want to play it again.
I have 3 binders. I have a
get more
binder of good decks and decks I like.
Mm-hmm.
I have a binder... Fuck, I have so much shit. I have a binder of...
This entire podcast is just actually an intervention for Ben.
I have a binder
He needs
of...
to make more content, he needs to sell more shit.
Yeah. Because I used to do weekly... I used to do 2 deck profiles a week.
I know, Ben!
Fuck me, that took so much effort. God damn. Broken my intervention. So I have one binder of, like, good decks and decks I like. Like, decks I know inside and out. I have another binder of decks I think are cool, but, like...
Not that good.
Either suck or I've never put in the effort to actually learn them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've bought the deck, been like, I fundamentally know how this works. Can I do really well with it? No. And then a deck of literally the decks that I was like, a binder of the decks that I was like, these suck. These actively suck. I've bought them, I've tried them, no. They all sit in the binder. And then I have those 6 by deck box holders that have... So one of them's got like past format decks, or like when we were building the decks for the anime.
Oh, yeah.
They're all in there. And then there's another 6x6 of like cores that I will switch into and play at any time. So like at the moment I've got Pearly built, Dragon Maids is there. Like decks that I can literally just put staples into and be like, let's go to locals.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the last deck that I can remember like actively selling that I had was either Invoked after Master Rule came in and made Windwitch Invoked unplayable, or it was the what the fuck are they called? Draco? True Draco. That's the word.
It's True Dracos.
Yeah,
Why did you ever consider playing True Dracos?
So this was back in Jake's past. I had participated in regionals down in Nowra, I think it was, and like that was when they were still doing pass downs, and I was told at that point that there were enough pass downs that I'd qualified. So I was like, oh sweet, I get to go to Oceanics in New Zealand.
Oh no.
So I was like, well, like Master Rule's coming in, this deck's not going to cut it. Draco seems to be doing really well. I might buy True Draco, see how it goes.
Yep.
Hated it. Absolutely hated it. And then also didn't get an invite. So, to spare me the pain of looking at it and thinking, yep, this is the deck that I would have taken if I'd actually gone, I sold it. Because I didn't find it fun to play. And yeah, it was just not nice to have.
Yeah, that checks out.
So yeah, they were around the same time frame, but those are the only decks that I can remember actively selling. Like Tier Elements somewhere back there. I've still got Dogmatica sitting on my table. Fucking Ice Jades, not that anyone would buy them, but my Ice Jades are sitting on my desk at home as well. I've got Invoke sitting in a binder, Mech Knight sitting in a binder. I had BA at some point, but I sold bits of that. Like, I think I sold tool guides and like the original Dantes and stuff I had to other people because like it was just worth money at the time. So I was like, fuck it off.
So much of the stuff that I've held into over time is just worthless now.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, there's just no point in me selling these decks.
Yeah, a lot of the decks that I like are probably not worth it. Like, I don't think I'd get good money for Mech Knights if I try to sell it now. I'd probably get good money for Unchained, but I'm enjoying Unchained. But it's a very risky time frame. Because if they decide to address Unchained, which I don't know if they will.
I think it's a December ban list.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's worth, like, checking
It's
into.
November.
It is November. We're getting real close to having ban list discussions again.
No. My airlift is going to 1.5.
Yep.
Shit.
Emergency is going to be banned. Actually, if Emergency gets banned, the deck's unplayable, right?
Airlift just goes to 1. They don't ban Emergency.
Are you sure about that?
They ain't banning anything in that deck now. Also, Airlift to 1 probably kills the deck.
Airlift to 1 kills it.
Yeah, you then would definitely have to play Prosp and Small World just to get to it. Just because it helps so much.
So it helps so much, but it's not necessary. Like, it's playable without it.
Well, it's 1 card full combo.
Oh.
Yeah, if you take 2 of those away, that hurts most decks.
Fair.
It's like...
I mean, yeah, if they ended up, like, limiting Tour Guide again, that would,
God.
severely limit Unchained.
Then it's time to buy the ultis. No. They'd limit it, the ultis would go up in price. Darren fucking to you.
Oh, 100%. But no, the Star Lines are probably still the same.
Do you have a Quartzy now?
I do have one Quartzy, yeah. I picked that up during the week of the Soul Lord of Yama. Planned to put it in the deck today, but didn't bring the deck to put it in.
Wait, what?
I had it in that deck box.
A Quartzy of what?
Soul Lord of Yama.
No, but what about Tool Guide?
No, I didn't get that.
Was Tool Guide in Rarity Collection?
Yeah.
So it's got a Quartzy now.
It has got a Quartzy. I didn't get it because it was a Saturday when they'd released it all, and I was doing open homes and stuff.
Yep.
And I didn't want to run the risk of like, oh, I'll wait for like the high rarity stuff to come out on Nikijo, and then buy it all at once, and then wait for it to release.
Sitting there now.
I know, it's probably still there, but I didn't want to run the risk of like, oh, the cards that I want in high rarity sell out, and then when I go to bump it down to the next rarities, they're also gone.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll just get the secrets.
The
of
next
the stuff that I like.
also look like shit. The next rarity down also look like shit.
Yeah, but I was like, I'll just get the secrets of the cards I like / want.
Yep.
That way, I've got them there because I'm borrowing quite a few cards at the moment, and I really want to not do that. So I'll get those locked in, get those in, give the cards back to people that I'm borrowing, and then I can work on upgrading, which will probably work in my favor, to be honest. Like, I might have spent a little bit more on the secret cards that I have than what I might have otherwise paid, but I'll also not have to overpay for the shit cards that I've ordered.
We've gone on a huge tangent.
Oh, yeah, hugely.
I just
to
had
answer your
to
question,
realize...
yeah, we keep all our decks.
Yeah, we keep everything. I don't even bulk my decks. That's...
Well, that's the thing. If I
I
had
just
more...
buy more binders. God damn it.
This really is just an intervention for you.
Yeah.
Our next question comes to us from Smithy46, who I feel like he's come to before, but it's been a while.
If you're new, Smithy, welcome back. Welcome.
One of them. What piece of TCG slang makes you cringe the hardest? He's put a suggestion in there, but I'm not going to reveal it yet. What's yours?
What piece do you... I don't know. Because, like, pop is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm normally fine with a lot of it. And anyone who says anything that I don't like being said, I just tune them out of my life. So, yeah.
If I were to say the word pack to you...
Oh, like, when he says... What's he say? What's his thing? Goo.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, and that was most people's answer. They hated when Pac said goo because he's a fucking tosspot. I fucking hate him so much. He's such a fucking wanker.
I remember when he was not great at the game and he was much more tolerable.
Yeah.
He is someone that success has definitely made him much worse to listen to.
Yeah.
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 When he was like all right and then eventually got a top, I was like, good work. Now I'm just like, fuck off.
Did you see he copied Luke's deck again?
No.
He's now playing Infernoble.
Ah, I see.
Can confirm Luke has been on Infernoble for ages and has had high rarity since like the minute it came out. So if Ben ends up doing a profile on it and people comment that same bullshit,
it's Pack's list.
I will fucking kill them. I will personally end their life. Although he's playing some other bullshit engine. I can't remember what it is though.
Sinful Spoils?
No. Oh, yes.
It's because it's very good in that deck.
It does fine anyway.
It's full combo.
I know, but it does fine without it. It doesn't need it.
That's a deck that I'm surprised I've never picked up. There's probably been multiple points in time where I've had the ability to just have Infernoble. At every point I've been like, no, I'm good.
Oh, as we discussed not too long ago, you have too many decks.
Charles is a rare. I realized that today.
It's an ultra rare. Oh, you mean...
The old Charles, the Synchro.
That's an ultra.
It's got a rare.
I mean, yeah, it would have been in the tin.
No, it was in like some random set.
Oh, we're going to search it, aren't we?
It's in the binder that I have sitting over there. That's the only reason why I'm like, oh, shit.
No,
this is something that exists? I didn't even know it was there.
So, Rare Charles was in the tin. 2021 tin.
Oh, okay.
And then it was a common in OCS 22. And an ultra in Rise of the Duelist where it was first released.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, nah.
Next question. Is that a question?
Is it a question? Or is it someone shit-talking Pack?
I don't think it's a question, so I'm going to move on.
Is there a question mark at the end, or does it start with the who, what, when, where, why, how?
The start is wood and there's no question mark.
Okay. Well, what's it say then?
Oh, no, it is a question. I've read it quickly. Would something like a Blogger-Tog, Magic
I just want to say, these 5 words sound like a question.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it was addressing something that was done up above. But the above stuff I've worked out was just people talking Pack.
Now, what's a Blogger-Tog?
A Magic Tumblr page where the head designer posts interesting bits about sets and specific cards. Would something like that be interesting, or something Yu-Gi-Oh players would get something out of?
I don't want to frequent Tumblr. I don't want to get put on a list.
They kind of already do that, and by they I mean...
Didn't they shut down Tumblr? For being rife with underage pornography?
I think they shut down that bit, so now it's just like a lot of PG shit.
I don't want to Google Tumblr to find out.
Yeah,
because I'll probably get put on a list.
You're very concerned about being put on the list.
I'm sorry if I insulted you for frequenting Tumblr, but no.
Anyway,
Who was the last this question, by the way?
Tuesday's Noob.
Tuesday's Noob?
Get off the list.
You've been around long enough for me to have this serious discussion.
Hey, this is your intervention. Don't deflect.
Maybe don't frequent Tumblr. Unless it's cleaned up and it's not a cesspool anymore.
Anyway.
I just distinctly remember growing up, if you ever saw anyone comment a Tumblr link, you would not fucking click that.
No.
Never click the Tumblr link.
Nope. But anyway, to answer your question, we do get a lot of those articles come through YGOrg of like reference art, the lore books as well. Like, I feel like they do enough of this without like a person explaining, oh yeah, I moved the miniskirt up on Dark Magician Girl because Konami told me to.
You mean the lore book about how Pearly are dogs, yet
dog-sized.
Still fucking says cats?
Dog-sized.
Sure.
They're just big cats.
You know how many...
But they're also not cats, they're just monsters.
You know how many dog sizes there are?
Several. Some dogs are the size of cats.
Some dogs are the size of cats. Others are the size of tigers.
Now I love the idea of like OG Pearly being the size of a tiger and ex-Pearly Noir being the size of like a pigeon.
I just realised that Ray being 13 is the reason why it goes on Tumblr.
Tumblr is a disgusting place. Anyway, again from... Oh, crud, I'm going to butcher this name. I know they said it 2 minutes ago. Frozen Acetylene.
Welcome, again.
What rarities do you think are the most or least... Oh, do you like the most or least out of the rarity collection?
Bottom rarity, ultimate rare. It's just platinums it's gold rares that are platinum. Let's go with that. Yes, I'm going with that. They're just gold rares.
You said ultra. Do you mean ulti?
Yes, that. Next print, collector's rares. They were so lazy on those collector's rares. They were literally just like, what if we just collector's read everything?
And added some sparkles.
Yeah, like, we collector's read the whole card, except for its eyes. I was like...
I don't know, I feel like maybe you just got the wrong collector's rares. I like the ulti collector's rares. Infinite impermanence collector's rares.
There are some that are decent, and others that are fucking horrible.
Understandable.
What else was there? Then we're super rare. QCRs. No, then we're ultra rare, super rare, secret rare, quarter century.
What about the prismatic secret?
You know what? Second. That does a second from the top.
Second from the top for the prismatic secrets.
Yeah, that's the secret with a little bit more. Just a little bit more. What if we just did the trim? Like, thank you. No more, but thank you.
I don't like it on the inside box.
I didn't even notice. Wait, the effect box or the actual?
The art box.
Didn't even notice.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. I only noticed the text box.
Yeah. Similar rankings, although I put prismatic well down. I prefer normal secret. In fact, when I ordered my prosps, I Went for the normal secret as opposed to the prismatic. At least I think I did. We'll find out soon.
Doesn't matter.
Last question comes to us from Arch again. So he's asking us to choose between Door A and Door B. Door A, all Yu-Gi-Oh cards are common and cost $1 US a card. Let's say, for argument's sake, $1 Australian. Door number 2, all cards, one rarity of your choice. Every card has to match, but they are all $10. Which door do you choose?
Commons. We're all playing common charity. $1 a card.
Yeah, I think I prefer them all to be common. Like, as much as I like a nice rarity card...
This is a universe where every card is...
Like, imagine a day where you could walk in, put $200 on a counter and walk away with, up to 3 decks.
That'd be fucking brilliant.
It'd be amazing.
Sign me up. That would.
Take me to what is effectively the OCG.
Jake, we've just openly said we want to be communists.
Oh god, we have to end.
We have to end this podcast.